Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to the BMW Blog YouTube channel. It's a very special today because I'm driving my own car for a change, which is a BMW 1M. And I'm actually here at Dr. Beasley's and Simon's shop in Chicago, and we're going to be doing something very special with the 1M today. So as you can see, my car, it's quite dusty and a little bit dirty, but that's not the reason why we're here today. We're here because we want to apply some ceramic coating to the car to get it ready for the winter season. And of course, I had to stop by Dr. Beasley and Simon's shop to take care of that. They've been handling my car for the last few years. So naturally, I wanted to come back and see what they have in store, if they have any new products, any new techniques, and any maintenance tips for a very special car like the 1M. So in this video, we're gonna go over the detailing process, of course, the washing and cleaning of the car, and we're gonna talk about some of the benefits of having a ceramic coating on the car, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so as promised, we're about to start the ceramic coating process with the BMW 1M, and I have here with me Victor from Dr. Beasley's.
Hello.
Victor, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Tell me what we're doing here today.
So today we're doing a ceramic coating maintenance wash and then a maintenance application of our Dr. Beasley's Bead Hero. So to kind of rewind, back in 2019, we had applied Nanoresin Pro to this 1M. So that's a 25-year service life coating. And part of the way that you get that coating to last that long is you do maintenance procedures on it every so often. So right now we're doing a maintenance wash. We're using the Dr. Beasley's ceramic body wash. And basically this is just kind of taking care of any loose contaminants that have built up over the surface so that we can kind of get rid of those and then restore the hydrophobicity and really get those protective properties back that have been kind of covered up by the contamination over time. So that's what we're doing right now. We've got a kind of a multi-step wash process here. So we just did a foam step, and now we're doing a rinse step, kind of rinsing off any loose contaminants that were removed by the wash mitts and the ceramic body wash. And as you can see, I mean, the car looks amazing. Yeah.
So tell me, so if somebody has a very special car like this one, why should they do the ceramic coating?
So if you've got a special car like this one, a ceramic coating is really going to do a lot to basically make the paint look as good as it can for as long as possible. So the key really is that it's going to make it a lot harder to scratch the paint while you're removing the contaminants that build up over time. So while you're doing a wash, the wash is going to be a lot easier because the contaminants just aren't going to be able to stick. That ceramic coating is like kind of a slick shield basically that makes it so anything that gets on the paint is going to slide off more easily when you're doing a wash. So the less that you touch a car, the less you're putting wash mitts on there, the less scratches you're going to see over time, and the better the paint is going to look. And I mean, there's also UV resistant properties as well, chemical resistant properties, in case you get a bird dropping and it turns acidic and it starts to etch into the paint. The ceramic coating can resist those chemicals from the acids. So there's all sorts of things that it's doing to protect.
So before we talk about Dr. Beasley's product, tell me what will be the next step up in terms of protecting your car from the ceramic coating, let's say.
Yeah, so if you wanted to go above a ceramic coating, the next step up would probably be paint protection film. Okay. And so that's going to be an actual physical, like plastic barrier on your paint. Whereas a coating is just, a microns thick coating that bonds to the paint. This is an actual layer of plastic, essentially, that goes on top. And so that's going to essentially make it so that any rocks that get kicked up while you're driving, they're not going to be able to get through to the paint and chip at the paint. Instead, they'll chip at the PPF. And in addition to that, it's also similar to the ceramic coatings in the sense that if you get a bird dropping or road tar or whatever, it's not going to etch into the paint because it's going to etch into the PPF instead. Really, it's a sacrificial barrier essentially.
Okay. Yeah. So now let's go show some of the product that we're going to be using today, because you have to set them up right here for us.
Yeah, so right now they're doing the dry. They're going to be using blowers to dry it so we don't have to touch the paint quite as much. Okay. Which is essential for keeping that ceramic coating durable.
All right, Victor, so tell me what products we have here.
So we've got Nanoresin Pro. This was the coating that was originally applied to the 1M back in 2019. Then we've got ceramic body wash. So this was the maintenance wash soap that we were just using earlier. And then this is the Bead Hero, which they are applying right now. So this is going to be our kind of maintenance booster product for the ceramic coating. So this is going to restore the hydrophobicity. This is going to reinforce the ceramic material on the coating itself. And it's just going to help the coating last a lot longer than it would normally without the maintenance product. So.
Gotcha. So now let's take a look at the car and tell me exactly what we're doing right now, maybe a little bit step by step. So you said the first one
was the ceramic body wash. So they applied the Nano Resin Pro back in 2019, and so now we're doing, they just did the maintenance wash with the ceramic body wash. And so then now we've got the Bead Hero that's being applied. So you see that, you know, the white product that they've got in those bottles, that's the Bead Hero. And so this is, restoring hydrophobicity on the car. It's a simple spray and wipe process, very easy product to use.
And this is something that people can do at home too, right?
Yeah,
so if you get a product, you can actually do it at home, so you don't need to be a professional detailer, basically.
Exactly, yeah, that was actually the original reason why we came up with this product in the first place. It was originally supposed to be just a coating by itself that you could apply by yourself, but then a lot of our detailers started to notice that it was really great for maintaining professional ceramic coating. So if you ever get a professional ceramic coating done at a detail shop, you know, you can buy this product and use this to maintain that ceramic coating every few months or so, or every time you wash, however you want to apply it.
Perfect. So you apply the product one time, and then do you have to wipe it down, or how does it work? So
yeah, so it's a spray and wipe product. So basically, you can either spray it to the towel, or you can spray it directly onto the finish itself, and then you wipe it with a towel, and then you do a wipe off with either that same towel flipped to a new side or a completely different towel entirely. And then that basically instantly bonds the coating to the car. You don't need to, you know, wait for it to flash or anything like that. It's an instant bonding coating. So you could easily, you know, knock this out in probably an hour by yourself. What's jumping out right at me is just the shine. I mean, you can really see just how much the ceramic coating has preserved the level of gloss that you see on this paint. I think one thing that's really unique about the Nano Resin Pro coating is that it is a thick ceramic coating, so you get about 4 to 6 microns of film build with that ceramic coating, so that really creates a depth in the gloss that you just don't see with other ceramic coatings. So you can really kind of see that it almost looks like you could like swim in the paint almost. It's so deep. And that's a lot of it has to do with the coating just kind of you know, acting as that additional thickness that's creating that, you know, kind of deep look. So with the maintenance product, you know, you want to be reapplying this at a minimum probably once a quarter, so every 3 to 4 months. If you're driving the car more often and it's, you know, seeing some, you know, serious action, some serious traffic out there on the road, then, you know, you might want to apply it monthly maybe. With a car like this, you know, since it's been garaged more often than not, you could probably get away with, you know, applying this kind of maintenance product once a year, honestly.
Are there any other maintenance tips that you recommend to people when they have a nice car, let's say?
Yeah, I mean, I think the paint protection film is really huge. I mean, if you are really serious about having perfect paint that is going to be maintained throughout the, you know, service life of that vehicle, however long you're owning that vehicle, I think paint protection film is really an essential because you just never know what you're going to see on the road, what might get kicked up, what might, you know, chip that paint, and so you really want to make sure you have a paint protection film applied to that. It's also, you know, a lot of these paint protection films, and honestly Nano Resin Pro as well, have self-healing capabilities. So, you know, they will over time just naturally work, you know, wash marks, micro-marring, you know, very fine scratches out of the paint over time just on its own, or, you know, with heat activation.
Now, if we talk about the overall Dr. Beasley's products, is there something else that you recommend people that they should have in their toolbox? We always talk about, you know, if you have a cool BMW, there is a certain toolbox that you should have. But is there a Dr. Beasley's product that you say, okay, this is the one that you should really have, aside from this?
I would say either this one, you know, for your maintenance, or our final finish product. I don't have that one with me, but that's kind of our go-to detail spray. And so that's something that you always kind of want to have maybe in your glove compartment or your trunk, along with some microfiber towels that are in a box, you know, that are kind of being kept, you know, in an enclosed area so they don't get, you know, contaminants on them. But having towels and that detail spray, the final finish, that's going to be really good for any of those times where you maybe, you know, come out to your car after it's been parked out in the parking lot, you see a bird dropping, you want to get to that as quickly as possible so it's not, you know, bonding to the paint or bonding to the coating. So that's where, just being able to open your glove box, open your trunk, have that detail spray to quickly take care of that. That's going to be really essential. So that's something you should always have in your toolbox.
Gotcha. Now, when we talk about, let's talk about wheels maybe, and also wheels maintenance, and also the interior. What do you recommend?
So a Bead Hero, honestly, this can be applied to wheels as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a multi-surface ceramic coating for all intents and purposes. And this is something you can definitely apply to wheels. I think we applied the Nanoresin Pro to the wheels of this car, actually.
I don't remember, honestly. It could be.
It could be the case.
They look very shiny still, so it could be.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, on wheels, a ceramic coating won't last quite as long just because they're seeing so much more of the, kind of the brunt of the, rocks and stuff from the road and contaminants and, brake dust and all that stuff. But it's still a good idea to have those protected with ceramic coating because anybody can tell you that brake dust really, really gets stuck on, and it's very, very difficult to remove. So having that ceramic coating on there is going to make it so oftentimes you can just remove that brake dust with a wash. You don't need to get any special like acids or anything out like that. So definitely get a coating for those wheels for sure. And when it comes to the interior, what do you recommend? So in this one I have a combination of suede Alcantara and also regular leather. Any Dr. Beasley product that you would recommend for that? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for the leather, our Leather Lock Pro, that's going to help the leather kind of resist wearing over time. It's also going to make it hydrophobic so that if you spill anything, it's not going to stain the leather. You're going to be able to just, quickly wipe that up with no damage done. But then we've also got a product called Leather Cream, which is a really great leather conditioner. It's one of the first products that Jim, the founder of Simons and Dr. Beasley's, ever made. But what's really cool about it is that, not only does it leave a matte finish so it's not a greasy look, it also softens the leather a lot and, restores nutrients and moisture. So those are the two products I'd recommend for leather. But then for microsuede Alcantara, faux suedes, definitely check out our microsuede products. We've got a microsuede protection product called Microsuede Protection. That's also going to make microsuede hydrophobic. Just make it wear a lot less when you're handling it. You won't see fingerprints show up quite as easily. And then, the microsuede cleanser as well, just to, maintain it. A lot of cleaners for microsuede are going to leave microsuede kind of, a little bit brittle. They don't maintain the texture quite as well. Both of these products, the protection and the cleanser, are going to really maintain that nice, soft, Alcantara texture that you want to keep, that, so many people love. So that's what I'd recommend. You can really see any, kind of layer of road film or whatever has been basically completely removed. And yeah, the thing about Bead Hero is that you'll notice the gloss enhance over time. So, really? If you come back in a couple days, you'll see that, this already looks amazing and very, very shiny, but in a couple days it'll be even shinier, yeah.
And especially from this angle, it really, really shines.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, Victor, thanks so much for all the details. Really appreciate it. So once again, we're at Dr. Beasley, the Simon Shop in Chicago. Once again, guys, this is the BMW 1M. We'll let you know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.